This is our 21st robot, El Toro XSI. So this is actually, I believe, one of the most complex robots that we've made this year. And the reason for that is because this year we've integrated a CNC work into our robot. So we've been able to increase our turnaround times and in general make parts that we haven't been able to make before. For example, all of the intake and the carriage here have been made out of 1/4-inch aluminum plate, and this is something that we simply couldn't have done before because limited to manual machines, we would only have to create objects that were solid pieces made out of tubes, blocks, and such. So by having this extra design process, we're able to create manipulators that are much lighter and much more efficient at their job than we could have. Additionally, we've also made almost all of this robot custom, barely any pre-made parts other than our motors, our gearboxes, and our required components like our tanks and things like that. One of the main things that we're proud of is our drivetrain. So this is something that we've been working on for the past couple of years. It's a sheet metal chassis that's a drop 6 configuration using 2 gearboxes with 2 sims each. So basically, we've been using this configuration over the past 2 years, and we've seen that it works very well with a variety of fields. So as a result, we've also put it into this robot, and it's been performing fairly well for all of our competitions. So far, we've been to Utah and now Idaho.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Additionally, something that new that we're going into was using a brake beam sensor on our elevator. So basically, what we're doing to control our elevator is we have a sensor at the bottom of the travel of the elevator, which tells us that it's at the bottom, so we can zero our travel whenever we get there. So as a result, we can use PID control to go to certain set points. And as a result, we have a controller on our operator station that allows us to just click a button and go to a certain set point. So as a result, we don't have to use manual control to try and adjust the height of the elevator to make it perfect for a certain scenario. So for example, if we're at the scale and the scale is level, we have a set point for that, and if it's tilted down or up, we can adjust for that after that as well. In Salt Lake City, we ranked 7th seed in qualifications, and due to the eliminations picking the alliance selections, we moved up to the 5th seed alliance, and we've made it to semifinals before being defeated by the 2nd seed alliance. So overall, I'd say our first competition was generally a success. Although there are some improvements that we could have made and have made. For example, our intake was jamming a lot when we were intaking cubes in the diagonal position, so when it was in its wider configuration. We've adjusted for that by adding another set of wheels in our intake, which allows us to adjust for that and correct the position of the cube when we intake it. Basically what we did is we went to a week 1 regional next to Salt Lake in West Valley City. So we did fairly well, and then unfortunately we loaded up, and the day before we were going to leave, we had our trailer stolen. Someone pulled up to our truck, unhitched the U-Haul trailer with all our stuff in it, hitched it up to theirs, and then drove away. So as a result, we lost almost everything that was valuable to us. Our robot, our tools, our batteries, just countless hours of time that we put in during build season were just wasted. So as a result, we immediately started to think of a backup plan. At first, we thought we had nothing, so we decided to start a fundraiser with our school to try and see if our community would help us out and fund or donate the funds to get all the essentials back that we needed. However, fortunately, we were able to find the trailer just a few days later. The thing is, nothing was in the trailer except for our battery cart with our batteries. So we were still robotless for another couple days, but fortunately, we found our robot in someone's front yard after they messaged us through social media. So as a result, we ended up with our robot and our batteries, but we still had none of our tools. So fortunately, our community was able to reach out to us and give us the funds that we needed to get back the essential tools that we needed to have for our next regional. And additionally, we got out of bag time from First directly, which allowed us to work on a robot to recover it from its damaged state when we found it to back to what it was post Utah. So as a result, now we're back up and running, and we really hope that we can show off what we've been able to do at Utah also here at Idaho.